Are we really doing this? Yeah. I'm gonna start my very first 24-hour readathon today. Hello everyone, I'm Rosa, welcome. So today I am doing my first 24-hour readathon. I kind of figured, I'm single, I live alone, and I need to take advantage of that. So I'm gonna stay up overnight and I'm gonna read books while filming it. Yeah, I know. I have watched so many 24-hour readathon videos here on YouTube. I don't understand how people can stay awake for that long reading because I get really tired, but I'm gonna do my best. I'm pretty nocturnal, so we'll see how it goes. It's 20 minutes to 11 on the 31st of October. It's Halloween. And I've been awake since 10 a.m. so we'll see. I've almost been awake for 13 hours, so I'll probably have to take a nap at some point, but I'm also old, so that's to be expected. But I have 3 books that I want to read, if all goes well at least. The first one is The Wicked Deep by Shea Ernshaw. Then I have The Bone Houses by Emily Lloyd-Jones. And lastly, and this one might be a little bit optimistic, but I also have Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. So these are all Halloween books, or not Halloween books, but they're all books that were on my Halloween TBR that I've not gotten to, but I really want to read. So I figured what better way to do it than just power through them within 24 hours. I'm hoping it'll be possible, but we'll see. I also know that I'll have to take a nap at some point because your girl is already tired. I slept 12 hours last night. My body obviously needed the sleep and I'm still tired. So I truly am old. If I somehow manage to get through those 3 books, we'll see about that. But if by some miracle I manage, I'm gonna try to read the remaining bit of Empire the Vampire that I have because I really want to finish this one before we're too far into November. So I think I'm missing, wait, hold on, 240 pages now. So we'll see. She's quite a heavy one, this one. And I'm really reading it very slowly. I've also not had a lot of time to read it, to be honest, so gotta give myself a little bit of credit. But that is what we're doing today for my very first 24-hour readathon. Since it's also my first time doing this, I'm not really sure what to expect, like how many books I can expect reading and how fast I'll read and stuff. So we'll see, but I'm super excited for it. I just know I'm probably gonna have to take a nap at some point. But I also bought snacks, so, and I have tea, lots of it. So we got that going for us. Anyway, I'm gonna start this at 11 then, because I feel like that's gonna be easy to track. And we're gonna have a good time. Which book am I gonna start out with? I think it's gonna have to be one of these 2. We're gonna start out with something a little bit lighter. These are young adult horror books. I think maybe we should go into, oh gosh. Okay, this is 1, this is 2. I'm gonna do the number generator thing because I cannot make up my mind on anything in life, to be honest. I got 1. Was that The Bone Houses? I think it was The Bone Houses. So I'm gonna start out reading this one. The Bone Houses. Yay, okay. And I'll keep you guys updated along the way, of course. It's gonna be so much fun. Our first 24-hour readathon together, yay. Going into November as well. So yeah, but I have no idea what to expect. What am I going into? I am slightly nervous, not gonna lie, but let's get to it. Yeah. It's 11:02, so it's time to get started. Oh, I'm already out of focus. This is going great. Okay, let's go. Okay, I am about, wait, what time is it? We're an hour and 20 minutes into the readathon. I'm about 98 pages into The Bone Houses. It's raining outside, so if you hear noise in the background, that's what it is. But this is getting creepy. Like now it's getting creepy. Loving what I've read so far though. The writing style is lovely. The characters are lovely. Or maybe lovely is not the right word to use. I like what I'm reading so far. Okay, but we're getting into the creepy stuff now. So I've also been listening to, at first I was listening to like fireplace noises, like crackling noises, because I like to just listen to random noises when I'm reading. No music with voices because I can't deal. I can't both have words in my head as I'm reading other words. Does that make sense? But then I got tired of it because it was too repetitive. So I put on a Halloween piano playlist because I figured, okay, spooky vibes. But then it wasn't really spooky in the book, so I changed it to Skyrim music. But now we're getting into spooky stuff. Stuff's going down, so. Also, by the way, I completely forgot to say this at the start of the video, but obviously we're doing spoiler-free rants about the books because I don't want to spoil anything for any of you. So if you're worried about that, don't worry. Do not. I'm not going to spoil anything. But it's getting good now, so yeah. I'm going to continue reading for a bit. Also, it's really cozy in here. It's raining outside. I got my Skyrim music. Candle is on. I got some chocolate. I'm having a good time. So I'm back in my office. I finished the bone houses. It's currently 20 to 4. My eyes are getting a little bit pink. I've been lying down for the past, I don't know, at least 3 hours just reading, so hold on. I feel like I need to sit up just for a little bit because my shoulders get all like, you know, when you're lying down on your pillow, your shoulders are kind of like slumped forward and it just starts to hurt after a couple of hours. But anyway, so I finished the bone houses. This was very enjoyable, actually. It wasn't as spooky as I thought it was going to be. I will say that. And it also took a while before we got to the spooky bits that were in there. It was very touching though. Lots of talk about loss of family members. It's not a secret that the main character and her siblings, or we got 2 main characters. We have a lead girl and a lead guy. But the lead girl and her siblings, they're all orphans. So there's a lot of talk about loss throughout this book. Also with everyone coming back as skeletons, basically. The bone houses is what they call the skeletons in the book. So yeah, but the characters were very likable. Got a little bit of a stubborn kind of, I want to say, hard-surfaced girl. Does that make any sense? Or is it just my 4 a.m. brain not really working with me? Anyway, and then a bit of the softer kind of guy. He's also dealing with chronic pain, by the way, so there's a little bit of rep in there as well. But yeah, it was really enjoyable. So I gave it a 4 out of 5, and could definitely recommend as, if not an October read, like for scary month, then at least a fall read because it has that kind of vibe to it. It was well written. I would say there's a nice balance between descriptions and also dialogue, which I feel like in young adult books there can often be a lot of dialogue, so it almost seems like a manuscript for a movie or a theater play or something, but there was a nice balance between the two in this one. So yeah, 4 out of 5. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit to give my shoulders a break because lying down for that long was kind of hard on them, I'm not gonna lie. When I sleep, I lie completely still, which basically causes me to have back pain when I wake up because your body's not meant to lie still for that long. And it's kind of that sort of pain I have in my shoulders right now. But what I'm gonna do after that is I'm gonna start The Wicked Deep, which is a shorter book than this one. Am I supposed to say what these books are about? I don't know. 3 witches died. They're now haunting a town. A girl and a guy are probably getting haunted by them. I don't know. Quick summary. As for the bone houses, girl and a guy go to end the curse which is causing people to come back as skeletons when they die. There you go. But anyway, this is a little bit shorter, so it's probably gonna take me less time to read this, I think, and then we can jump into Ninth House afterwards. But I think I'm just gonna read until maybe 5 a.m. and then sleep until it's light outside, so maybe I can trick my body into sleeping that, or into thinking that I've slept a little bit longer. It doesn't work like that, but I can try. And then we're gonna continue after that, so I'll probably sleep for like 1.5 to 2 hours. Because my eyes are turning a little bit pink by now, and I don't like it. I've been awake for 18 hours. It's not that bad. But I'm old. So, and I'm also sleep deprived for years, which is how I ended up sleeping 12 hours last night. Sleep deprivation. But yeah, we're gonna start The Wicked Deep. I'm just gonna sit here for like 10 minutes, watch a video, maybe buy a book. I'm really tempted to buy Nevernight. Should I do it? I'm probably gonna cave, I'm not gonna lie. I have no self-control at 3:45. We'll see, I'll keep you guys updated. I'm back on my bed, or in my, whatever. I brought The Wicked Deep, and I might also have bought Nevernight on a whim. It's fine, right? It's the 1st of November. It's okay, it's a new month. Anyway, let's get to it. There's a ginger called Rosa in this book. Okay, just thought I'd share that with you. Ah! Oh, that hurt. I dropped my phone on my foot. Or more like I threw it on my foot. Whatever. Can you see? It's 5 minutes to 5 a.m. I'm gonna nap now because I think the sun's probably gonna start rising within the next, like, I don't know, 30 minutes or so? Start rising. But that means it's not gonna be bright outside until 7 or something. However, I'm 70 pages into The Wicked Deep. So far, so good. I'm enjoying it. I think we're getting to the good stuff now. There's been a lot of explaining, especially about the story of the three witches so far. Everything is kind of in the synopsis, so, you know, still waiting for new information, but I think we're getting into it now. So this will be fun for when I wake up. We'll see if it's a little creepier than the Bone House has turned out to be. Good read though, just not as creepy as I thought it was gonna be. So anyway, I have a little bit of tidying up to do because my bed is kind of filled with stuff before I can take my short nap. Let's call it a long nap instead of a short sleep. It's just a long nap, so I can continue reading. I really want to get to 9th house as well, so I just want to make sure I have enough energy to get through it all, you know? But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go brush my teeth, remove some of my makeup. I cannot be bothered to remove it all. That just made it sound like I'm wearing a lot. I'm really not. I'm just gonna take a little bit off my skin, maybe clean my skin a little bit, and then I'm gonna sleep for a while. So I'll see you guys on the other side of sleep. Let's see if I actually manage to wake up. Sometimes I don't hear my alarm, so like, you never know. Anyway, wish me luck. Good morning. So it's 9:23 a.m. I slept for about 1.5 hours and then slowly woke up for 30 minutes. Very slowly woke up for 30 minutes and read for about an hour in bed. I'm halfway through The Wicked Deep now, or I'm about on page 165, and it's getting good, but like we're getting further into the plot, and also with it being a mystery, we're getting closer to we're solving things, or we just, honestly at this point I probably just have more questions. But that's fine. I also feel like there's a bit of a plot twist incoming that I fear is going to be a little bit too obvious, and when plot twists are obvious, they're not really proper plot twists. Or like, maybe not a plot twist, but like a big surprise that just seems a little bit too obvious, so it's not really a surprise. But we'll see. So far, it's good. I'm enjoying it. Yeah. I'm gonna have my breakfast while I read a bit more. And then to avoid getting too tired, I'm gonna read on my couch for a while afterwards. I'm probably gonna have to take a nap at some point throughout the day because I don't feel awake right now. But that's fine. It's to be expected. I did not really go into this super prepared. It was more like, yeah, let's start now. And I probably should have like slept late. Like I feel like the next time I'm gonna do a 24-hour readathon, I'm probably gonna sleep very late and then start the readathon late. So like maybe get up at 4 and then start it at 8 or something. Does that make sense? Because starting it after being awake for already, I just blew my nose by the way, it looks red. But starting it after already being awake for, well, that's annoying. My tea stuck to my spoon. Okay, anyway, after being awake for 11 hours, no, 13 hours, that was probably not the best idea. So next time we're doing it a little bit differently. My tea stuck to my spoon, it's really annoying. Get off my spoon, thank you. Anyway, I'm gonna continue my book so that we can move on to other stuff as well. I probably have like 2.5 hours left of reading, well, 2.5 hours. So I'm gonna continue. I'll keep you guys posted, obviously. Yes. I'm back in my office because I finished The Wicked Deep. It's 11:15. We still have 12 hours left of the readathon. I was having issues towards the last like 50 pages, basically keeping my eyes open. So I'm probably gonna go lie down for an hour or something because I can't have that. I'm going into 9th house next. I just need to feel awake. Anyway, yeah, this book had some issues. There were just some things that didn't really make sense, to be honest. The plot twist that there's a fly in my face. Where'd that come from? Okay. The plot twist that I was expecting did not happen, but there was another plot twist that I don't, this fly is insistent, okay. It just kind of came out of the blue. Like there were no, you know how usually in movies or books, there'll be clues leading up to a plot twist so you can be like, oh my gosh, how did I not see that coming? There was none of that. As far as, I might have missed something because I'm tired, but I might also not have missed it. I don't really know. It felt weird at least. I'm probably gonna wrap this up better along with Bone Houses or the Bone Houses. And if I manage to finish Ninth House, which I'll probably end up doing, hopefully, we'll see. I'll probably wrap them up properly tomorrow, so Tuesday, after I've had a full night's sleep, so I can think a little bit on it. But so far, 3 out of 5. I like the atmosphere of it. I liked the setting. I liked the way that it was written as well. There are some things that didn't fully make sense to me. So, I don't know. But yeah, that's another one done. So I'm gonna go lie down for an hour and then I still have 11 hours left to read. Yep, Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. And this is an adult read, so it's gonna be a little bit heavier, but I'm counting on being able to read it all. So yeah, that's up next. Now I'm gonna go lie down and just nap for a little bit, because your girl is tired. I'll see you all a little bit later. I feel like I'm slurring my words as well. It's probably just for the best that I just sleep a little bit, so I can actually enunciate. But anyway, I'll talk to you all later. I'm currently about 130 pages into Ninth House. This very much reads as adult. I just got past a very brutal scene, maybe like 10 pages ago or something, I don't know. So I'm not usually one to like check up on trigger warnings and such, but do it if you're considering reading this. Yeah. So far, sometimes I feel like I'm half lost in the plot, like I don't really know what's going on. And I can't tell if it's just because I'm tired or if it's because I'm missing something or if it's just because I don't understand it. I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll click with me at some point, right? Yeah. But I like it so far. The bits that I do understand. I like Alex as a main character. Yeah. I want to know what happened to all the other characters. I want to know what's going on in this version of Yale because it's really strange. So far so good, but just check up on trigger warnings. Yeah, I'm gonna continue reading now because I'm behind my plan. Oh yeah, it's 3:30 by the way, 3:30 p.m. So I have about 7.5 hours left if I can do the math. Yeah, so I should be able to finish this. It's 450 pages. I'm missing 320. I feel like I should be able to finish that in less than 7 hours. And if I manage, I'll either continue with Empire the Vampire or I'll read Tokyo Ghoul, depending on how much time I have left. So we'll see. I'm also considering ordering pizza. Feels like a pizza kind of day. We'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna continue reading. So I'm back in the office. I'm halfway through Ninth House now. I think the reason I was a bit confused before is honestly because some of the characters have double names and the societies all have names as well, and it's just a lot for my very tired brain to remember. So I think that's part of the reason, but I'm really enjoying this actually. We got spooky vibes, so it's a mystery, lots of fantasy, lots of magic. I just stabbed myself with my nail. Ow, it's fine. But I'm having a good time reading this. I think at some point I want to reread this in a less tired state of mind. Yes. But I also feel like when you do 24-hour readathons, at least as far as I've gathered, because again, this is my first one, but as far as I've gathered, it's also normal to reread other books later or reread the readathon books later on at some point, because you are kind of like pushing through them, you are kind of hurrying through them because you want to read as much as possible within 24 hours. So definitely gonna give this one a reread at some point, but I'm having a good time reading it. Halfway through, it's currently 5:30. Yeah, I made slow progress, but I'm really tired at this point. I have 5.5 hours though, but I'm gonna have some food. We got 220 pages left, so it should be doable, but we're cutting it close by now. Cutting it a little bit close. However, should be doable. And if I, get past 11 p.m., I'm still gonna finish up the book before I go to bed. So yeah, but so far, so good. Just was a little bit confusing for my tired mind. Oh, it's so satisfying when you get halfway through. I know my eyes look horrible as well. It probably looks like I haven't, well, slept. I wonder how that happened anyway. I'm gonna go make some dinner. Yeah, some very light dinner. And then I'm gonna continue powering through 220 pages. We can do this. Yes. Okay, I'm back in the office again. I finished Ninth House. Did I just call it Ninth House? Okay, Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. So it's currently, if I look tired, it's because it's 10 p.m. It's 10 p.m. It's 10:07. I technically have 53 minutes left, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go brush my teeth, take off my makeup, and I'm gonna read Empire of the Vampire for a little bit before I fall asleep because I am so tired. I am so tired. Okay, and we're gonna wrap up the books properly tomorrow, although probably not Empire of the Vampire. I'm so annoyed that I still have not finished that book, but I mean, I'm still missing a fair amount, so it's gonna take a while still, but I'm savoring this. Like, this is brilliant. I love this. So, yes. Anywho, as for Ninth House, I'm gonna put up my hair because, no. That was really enjoyable. Like I said, I was having some confusion problems throughout the book, simply because there's a lot of names, a lot of house names to remember that I just could not remember because I started it as the third book. I probably should have read The Wicked Deep as the last one because I feel like that one was, or maybe actually The Bone Houses as the last one because that one was the easiest one to digest and Ninth House was definitely the hardest one to digest. So I probably should have read Ninth House is the first one, but hey, we all make mistakes. I'll remember to go through the adult book as the first one the next time I do a 24-hour readathon. So at the start of this, I was having some issues understanding what exactly was going on because usually it's not really that big of an issue in fantasy books for me. You kind of start to draw parallels. I've been playing a lot of fantasy games like magic systems and such. It's fine. You know, it's okay. It's no issue. But I think it was because of all of the names. However, and I would have loved to know, I would have want to know this. I would have wanted to know this. It's fine. You guys get what I'm trying to say. Yes. There's an index over the houses at the back of the book, and I didn't notice until I was done reading. So, yay. That would have been good to know while I was having serious issues figuring out what the heck was going on, because you basically have, it's called Ninth House because you have 8 houses at Yale and they all have different focuses with magic. So you have the shapeshifters that you're not supposed to call shapeshifters. You also have the portal makers or something, and there's also necromancers. So they all have like different focuses when it comes to their magic, and it just got a little bit confusing because I couldn't remember them all because I'm tired. But other than that, this was lovely. I had read that people were kind of on the fence about it because it's Leigh Bardugo's first adult book, but I liked the way it was written. I enjoyed it. I liked seeing that side of her as an author as well. Having read through the whole Grishaverse, this was a welcome change. Yeah, I really enjoyed this, and I'm looking forward to the next one. You could probably read this as a standalone, by the way, if you just disregard the last little chapter. I would say you could read this as a standalone, but I'm really looking forward to the next one. So, but we're gonna talk a little bit more in depth about them tomorrow when I've slept, and hopefully my eyes look a little bit less pink, and hopefully my skin looks a little bit less shiny. Like, what's going on with that? I look like I'm made out of plastic, but like not really. So I don't know. Anyway, it's just I can see my forehead shining in the, it's fine. I'm gonna go now before I say any more stupid things. Yeah, basically. I'll see you all tomorrow for the wrap-up portion. Yeah. So it's Tuesday. I said that I was gonna wrap up the readathon today because I was so tired when I went to bed yesterday. I feel a lot more refreshed today after a lot more sleep. I think I slept like 10 hours or something. It's not important. Anyway, I actually have edited most of the footage and I feel like I went through the books well enough despite my very foggy brain. However, let's just talk about them a little bit. So we're gonna go through them one more time very quickly. I ended up reading 3 books total. I think there's about 1100 pages here. So I would say for my first readathon, I think I did okay. I'm definitely gonna do more in the future because it was a lot of fun, even though I was so tired, but it was a lot of fun. So I might do another one this month. Who knows? Anyway, I started out reading The Bone Houses by Emily Lloyd-Jones. That sounded weird. Emily Lloyd-Jones? Emily Lloyd-Jones. It's the middle name. I can't pronounce anything, it's fine. This is a young adult fantasy horror. It's about a girl who is, well, a girl with 2 siblings who is an orphan along with her siblings. And then a guy comes to town and the 2 of them, due to stuff, have to go on a journey to end the curse, which is causing people to come back when they die, come back to life as skeletons, aka bone houses. I give it a 4 out of 5. It was enjoyable for me. It was a very enjoyable read. For me, like 3 is a meh, or some things were annoying me throughout the story, so even if I was enjoying it throughout the majority of it, if there was something that was annoying me, I'll probably give it a 3. 4 is like very enjoyable, but there's not really that like super spark, but it was very enjoyable nonetheless. I liked the characters in this book. I liked the way that it was written. I enjoyed the story. It was very touching as well. There's a lot of talk about loss throughout the story as well, with her and her siblings being orphans. A lot of talk about family. I would say not as horror-ish as I thought it was going to be, but yeah, should have known that before going into it because I was expecting spooks, like big scoops. What? Big spooks, not big scoops. What are we eating? Ice cream? What? But a very enjoyable read nonetheless. So if you're looking for something not too spooky, not too romancy, but like a fantasy story, mystery kind of, well, not like a, I don't know how to explain the genre of this book. It was enjoyable. Go read it, okay? Anyway, that was The Bone Houses. Next up, I should have read Ninth House because after reading this book, I got really tired. But I read The Wicked Deep by Shea Ernshaw. I don't really know how to pronounce her first name. Again, I'm Danish. I don't know how to pronounce stuff, especially names. They're difficult. This story is about a girl who lives in a city, a town, let's call it a town, by the beach. And this town is haunted by 3 witches that were killed, drowned in the ocean, in the sea, 200 years ago. Every summer they come back and start killing young boys by drowning them. And this year that the story takes place, there's a newcomer in town called Bo, who is a dude. I thought it was funny that his name was Bo. It's also a Danish name. Bo. Anyway, and some stuff happens and Penny, the girl, kind of has to decide, is she gonna save Bo or is she gonna save herself? So that's what the story is about. I enjoyed the way that it was written. I really enjoyed the atmosphere throughout this book. There were some things with the plot that at some point started to get a little weird. And I don't know, I didn't fully agree with it. So this ended up being a 3 out of 5 for me, but I did actually enjoy it up until that point, because I think it just kind of annoyed me after. I don't know. However, it was enjoyable, and this was definitely, I wouldn't say spooky, I would say it's more of a mystery. Yeah, I think so. Not really a horror per se, but with horror elements, so let's put it like that. I really gotta find like a proper horror book because I've not read one this month. I thought I was gonna end up reading horror. Well, House of Hollow. So if you're looking for something fantasy, mystery, curse, with horror elements and also romance, The Wicked Deep was nice. It's just, for me personally, I thought the plot twist was a little bit annoying. I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is though, because that will be spoiling it, so. And then the last book that I read was Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, which is an adult dark academia mystery with horror elements, fantasy, urban fantasy, and paranormal stuff. Has a little bit of everything, doesn't it? I really enjoyed this book. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 in the end. I ended up reading it really slowly because there was stuff that I just did not understand, but it was mainly because there were a lot of names to remember. A lot of the, or some of the characters have like 2 different names as well, which was confusing me for a little bit. I was tired, foggy brain and all that. But this was such a nice book. It was very, I think I said this as well, it was very enjoyable to see Leigh Bardugo from this his point of view instead of her YA language. So I enjoyed that a lot throughout the book. Having read the Grishaverse books back in June or May, it's very fresh on my mind still. It was just nice to see her write like this. I really enjoyed it. There was missing the last spark of it, but I think what I'm gonna do at some point is reread this when I'm a little bit more awake and see how it hits me then. But as for the mystery, I really enjoyed that part of it. It was weird and I really enjoyed that part of it. Hated some of the characters, but not the ones that we follow. I love those characters. Alex is so, I want to say relatable, but like none of the stuff that she's been through, I've been through, you know? So she's not really relatable in that way, but she's human. And I really she's human with just like human flaws and a human personality, and she's been through stuff. And I really respect her as a character. So I'm looking forward to the second one that's coming out at some point, hopefully, because, you know, I need to know what happens. Hello? There was a mystery. I'm not gonna say anything, but I need to know what I need to know. I just need to know, okay? So this is definitely recommended by me if you want to read something dark academia, adult fantasy, urban fantasy, mystery, horror. Yes, just go pick this up, okay? Go pick it up. Anyway, I think that was basically it. So yeah, did I do okay? Is 1100 pages, like 3 books, is that okay for a readathon? I don't really know. I don't really know. I hope I did okay. So I think I'm gonna do another one possibly by the end of November or something if it fits, and we're gonna see. It was nice to be able to add 3 extra books onto, well, technically I finished 2 of them on the 1st of November, but it was nice to be able to add 3 onto my October, or like scratch them off my October TBR because I felt a little bit behind and stuff. So, and I really wanted to read those 3 books. So we'll see how I feel about how I've done so far with my November TBR at the end of this month. But as for this one, it was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed following me for the ride. I'm still getting used to recording stuff like this, so hopefully it'll get better with time. But I hope you guys enjoyed it regardless. And yeah, if you did, please consider giving this video a thumbs up, and also if you want to hang out with me in the comments section and talk about books, nerd out, you know, the good stuff, definitely hit the subscribe button. But that is all I got for you guys today, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!